Hello everybody, my name is SupremeSpectre, and today I'm gonna be talking to you about the first issue in the Fortnite times Marvel Zero War comic book. One of the first comic books I ever actually got hands on, to be honest. One of our friends decided to pitch in and get me one of these, so that was cool. Shout out to him. And I was thinking how I'm gonna do a video like this, because he gave me a good idea. He was like saying, well, you got the comic book and stuff like that, so you should probably make a video on it. And I was like, that's not a bad idea because it just came out and not many people have it. So I'm like one of the few in the world that has it. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna make a video on this, but I didn't know how I was gonna do it. So then I came to the conclusion that I'll just show you gameplay of the Spider-Man skin plus the Among Us back bling and emote, because I did get those too. If you want to know how to get the back bling and emote, you just have to purchase something from Among Us on the Epic Game Store. Either purchase the game or the Among Us stars. I ended up purchasing on the actual game. Man, I just love how I just hit the headshots on these guys as they all come through. But yeah, I also got the Spider-Man skin. As you can see, Spider-Man Zero. He kind of looks like the ends of the earth Spider-Man to me. But anyway, let's get to the story. So the story starts off with Spider-Man. Well, it starts off at the Princess Bar, where Wolverine is at the bar with his main man getting a drink or two. Then he meets up with Spider-Man, or Spider-Man meets up with him. And Wolverine already knows where this is going. He's about to get recruited for some mission, and Wolverine's like, no, I'm staying here. This is where I go to escape all of that. So then Jonesy comes, and he was asking for a drink. And then Imagine comes as well. But Wolverine actually takes a liking to Imagine for some reason. And Spider-Man actually gets in his pants about it as well. Because Imagine's a redhead, and Mary Jane's a redhead. So, you basically know what's going on. So then they all get their drinks. And Spider-Man ends up talking about the past to get Wolverine up to speed about what happened. And this story takes place, well, the way he tells the story, it takes place once chapter 3 started, to be honest. That's where it takes place, after the flip of the island. So we get to learn more about what was really going on via Spider-Man helping out the Seven infiltrate the IO base and taking out their forces. Gunner and Stallone are just cutting their losses because they can make more of these soldiers anytime they wish. So it's really no biggie to them if they actually lose any fleets or anything like that. So then it continues, and 8-Ball is talking about Fish Stick dying, and Foundation was just like, it's okay, bro. That wasn't a real fish stick. That was just a snapshot. The real fish stick is actually dead, though. And I was like, he actually just told him that. And Ava was like, what? That was one of the fun things about the book. But yeah. Then Spider-Man talks about the mecha and the actual monster fight. Still getting Wolverine up to speed about what was happening. Then we fast forward a little bit, and also, this is Spider-Man talking about his experience and his whole general thinking of how all the events led up to them going to the bar. By the way, that's what's going on. I'm not really good at storytelling, so bear with me in some way. Hopefully I'm gonna do a good job for you guys. But yeah, fast forward, we're talking about getting to the Marvel cinematic, or the Marvel universe, to try to recruit some heroes that were already here and then some, to try to overthrow the IO's forces. And Spider-Man was like, he can go back and Jones was going back too, along with Foundation. And then the sisters were, hugging it out because, like, Imagine's about to go because they still don't trust Spider-Man. Or Jones, for that matter, so they just wanted to go to make sure everything goes okay. But then Origin pulls Spider-Man aside to go on a secret mission for him, as well as go and recruit other heroes, because he talks about in the Galactus event when he was trying to take the 0 point and absorb its power, one of the shards came off and it came with him as Galactus got poofed away from the island. And that shard is in their reality. So he wants Spider-Man and the team to go get that also. So that's what they're going to do after they get there. So after they made their after they figured out who was going to go and stuff like that, it was Jones, Foundation, Imagine, and Spider-Man. They found a way to get into the IO base through the sewage pipes. They crash in and knock some goons out. Then they're walking through the broken half of the IO base, and they found out about, well, Jones finds his office, and he takes out a picture that we don't get a chance to see, and he takes it, and he still doesn't show the actual camera, which is kind of sad. I would want to see that. Then fast forward, they get to the 0 point itself as it is exposed. Well, it's under the island, but it's like, exposed. And they're about to calibrate it. But then Spider-Man asks a funny question. He's like, so what happened? He's like, or what? Because he was about to touch it. And Origin was like, hold on. Origin was like, Foundation was like, if you touch it, every cell in your body will be ripped from the others and sent to different realities. That's a pretty cool, thought to have about if you go in, like, if the thing isn't calibrated and you go in, you're getting shredded through many realities, piece by piece. Then as they're doing that, bang, Foundation gets shot in the back by Stallone, and Gunner's right beside her, and then Gunner goes out to go take out the Foundation while Stallone is, shooting. And here's a cool thing that happened too. Jones is like, hey guys, look, that's Gino, as promised. He referred to Gino as being Gunner. Bear with me. That dude really thought that Gunner was Gino. The Foundation was like, no, that's not Gino. And he was like, wow, all those times that we were sitting at the table at the meeting, and he thought he was like the big boss, and Stallone was like, you really think Gino has time to wait for you? Has time to waste for the likes of you, Jones? So then they have a little skirmish. Jones is almost done calibrating the system, but it gets too close, so then Spider-Man webs Jones, and then Imagine's coming with them, and they finish with the calibration. It's just that he's trying to make sure they don't trace them back to where they went. But then Spider-Man had an idea by webbing up the actual machine. Oh, he pressed the reset. That's what happened. He pressed the reset so they couldn't find him. So then Stallone and Gunner came up with a plan to try to, take down the Foundation within seconds. Basically, Gunner shoryukened Foundation into the freaking ceiling, and he died. Or no, he didn't die. He's still alive, but he got folded in some way. Like, he got really hit hard. And then Stallone was like, our enemies are numbered, and they're not ready for what the IO has planned next. therefore foreshadowing what was going to happen in chapter 2. Because you know chapter 2 was the resistance, and they have a lot of forces, as you know. Then Spider-Man and Jones wake up on New York City on the ceiling, and he sees Captain Marvel and Imagine fighting, and they were only fighting because Captain Marvel thought she knocked out Spider-Man. So yeah, they were having their skirmish. Then Spider-Man came and decided to you know, well, he didn't decide, he just chose to stop them from fighting, and he wanted to schedule a hero meeting with all the heroes. So all the heroes gathered at the Avengers Mountain, and Spider-Man was telling everybody to move to the left if you wanted help, move to the right if you didn't, or I think vice versa. So he got some heroes to actually, you know, help out. And then it cuts to the present day, or not the present, but the present day in a book where they were in they were in the bar, and they were really drunk. Jones is like, Spider-Man, you told the story wrong, let me tell it again. And Imagine's like, it'll be the best fight you ever had. And he's like, I'm in. Spider-Man's jealous, saying, that's really all I have to say to try to get him on board. Then here comes that interesting part right here. Then it cuts away to Doctor Doom watching everything that was going on between the heroes and stuff like that, and he's talking to someone in particular, Gino. He's talking with Gino, having a whole like talk. Well, not a long talk, but he's just like, you know, establishing that the heroes don't know what's going on, and he's also acknowledging Doctor Doom's brilliance and, you know, knowledge and power and motives that are aligned with Gino. Therefore, Gino and his team has accepted Doctor Doom as one of their Imagine Order members. So yeah, that's basically the end of the story. But yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. Doctor Doom being part of the team. And I also do think that Doctor Doom may have the shard, or he might be looking for the shard, or Doctor Doom was like watching them talk about the shard. Therefore, him and Gina were looking for a way to get the shard, and now they got the way to get the shard. They just need to find it around. But yeah, Doctor Doom is part of the Imagine Order, but I think we both know that Doctor Doom is not going to be working with them like that. I think we both know that. He's going to have his own motives, and he's going to get his ulterior motives done while working for them, but then he's going to betray them and stuff like that, because he's not, I don't think he's really the type to align himself with the team. He's always on his own, in a way. Just like the Joker. He'll stab you in the back very easily. His loyalty is not pledged to anyone. And he also sits in his chair at the end of that scene too, like Victor Von Doom stuff. But that's the end of the story. Hopefully I'll be able to get another copy so I can do this with you guys. And tell me what you guys think about me reading a story like this. Hopefully I did a good job. Yeah. I hope you liked the story. I would have showed you the pictures and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, like, you guys can look it up online and stuff like that. You guys can look up certain videos to see the pictures. But I wanted to show the Spider-Man skin all at the same time as well. So there's that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll let you watch the rest of this gameplay, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, it's 4v4 now. Get the meds. You guys heal up. I just told you there was a big fight back there too.
You got rebooted.
And they just got rebooted right here. Alright, get y'all meds on real quick before we fight. We're not going to a fight until everybody's healed up. Okay, well, she's fine. Mars, come here. Can smear you.
There's some chuggies and
Okay.
right there.
And she's still going. She's not gonna take the chugs. Alright, well, short here. 3 chugs for you. Who are you shooting at?
People.
No, it's more like
Ah!
he's chasing me. Come on.
I'm dead.
Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Hey, we both got 10 kills, bro.
Oh, what a nice umbrella.
It's pretty cool.
Got it.
No, this is actual game. We played squads.